Hi, everyone. We begin the 10 on the Weather Watch with another round of storms moving through tonight.
Severe storms have been firing across the region all evening long. We've kept you ahead of the weather, and let's get right to meteorologist Mike Thomas, who has the latest look at the forecast.
And guys, unlike earlier today, thankfully I can say no. Well, I was just about to say no warnings, but there we go. We just had one right here at the top of the show issued. So I got to change my speech around a little bit. Let's get over and give you that brand new severe thunderstorm warning that just popped up right here on Fox 5 News at 10 for parts of Calvert, Charles, Prince George's, and St. Mary's. Mostly kind of central Charles there, coming right through La Plata. And that pink box, we have it kind of, and we do this ourselves. We customize these boxes so that we can tell you what it is. And they're detecting just enough rotation that they haven't put the tornado warning on it. And you may have heard us say, if you watch it 5 and 6, we said this several times. Storm's rotating. It's not strong enough yet to produce a tornado, but they're watching it. And if it gets a little stronger, there's the chance we might be coming back to you with a tornado warning here in the next several minutes or so. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll let you know if they do happen to issue one. I'll be right back with you. 10:45 p.m. is when that severe thunderstorm warning is set to expire. And it's this part of the storm right in here, coming right through central portions of Charles County that they're watching. And then heads up, folks, extreme northern kind of St. Mary's, extreme southern Prince George's, and then it would be north central portions of Calvert County, or just straight central portions of Calvert County, to be honest with you, right through Prince Frederick, if everything holds together. So we'll watch that very closely. That's brand new at the top of the hour for you. Other than that, the severe thunderstorm watch has generally been dropped for most of the D.C. area. The flood watch that was out for central Maryland, too, they have allowed that to drop as well, as rain is starting to wrap up in our western suburbs this evening. So we're going to continue to monitor that cell for you down to the south. Futurecast does suggest, as we hit the midnight hour, most of the activity starts sliding off to the east. Now, it does suggest that a few more could kind of pop up during the overnight hours. Not severe, but maybe some rain showers, some rumbles of thunder during the overnight hours there, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, before the activity really then settles down as we head into tomorrow morning. Mixture of clouds and sun will greet you on Wednesday. High humidity, too, but humidity is expected to really drop as we head through the next couple of days here. In fact, it may feel more like spring by Thursday than anything else. That's a live look. Sky cam showing you rain coming down in D.C. Temperature 74 degrees. Dulles 70. Baltimore sitting at 72. And then tomorrow, there is the chance of a pop-up storm, particularly if you live east of town. We'll take you through that. And, of course, we'll have another check of radar. I'll be watching it in the back. Any tornado warning goes up, we will come right back to you. Guys?
Mike, thanks. A 6-year-old boy is recovering after a near drowning at a D.C. summer sports camp.
Tonight, his family is demanding answers on why no lifeguard was on duty at the time. Fox 5's Regina Ureta is in Northwest D.C. with what we know so far.
As parents, you drop off your child at summer camp expecting them to be safe. But for one D.C. family, they say that's not the case. Their 6-year-old boy nearly drowned after apparently being found at the bottom of the pool. What's even more concerning is that there was no on-duty lifeguard. They were on a lunch break when there were 30 children in the pool. Now take a look. This is Adonis Jackson. His attorney says he's in the hospital in stable condition but intubated and being monitored. On Monday, Jackson was attending the Nike soccer camp on the UDC campus. The children in the program had been allowed to go into the pool after soccer activities. Now, according to the police report, counselors at one point noticed Jackson lying at the bottom of the campus pool. Authorities say one counselor jumped in to rescue him but couldn't lift him out. The counselor alerted the head coach, who entered the pool, pulled Jackson out, and immediately began CPR. Police confirmed that Jackson was unresponsive but breathing when officers got to the scene and took him to the hospital. Here's the attorney describing how the mother found out.
She received a call and said, hey, Adonis has guzzled some water. Thinking it was something benign and nothing really severe, she stated, hey, I'll come and pick him up. And that's when the counselor said, well, we're going to take him to the hospital for further review. It wasn't until the moment that she gets to the hospital that she learned how devastating this could have been.
Attorney Dominique Calhoun says the family has not filed a lawsuit, but they want accountability and justice. We reached out to U.S. Sports Camp, who's in charge of the program. In a written statement, they say, we are aware of the incident at the camp held at the University of the District of Columbia, and our thoughts are with the child and their family. This camp is operated by Force Soccer, an independent camp operator, and we are in contact with them as they and the appropriate authorities review what occurred. We are not able to comment on specifics at this time.
How do we get from a soccer camp to a drowning? That is something that's with these individuals who were responsible for this camp.
And again, Adonis Jackson is in the hospital as we speak. The family says that he might have a long road to recovery. Back to you.
2 people, including a teenager, shot in D.C.'s Petworth neighborhood. Police say that 2 suspects are still on the run. The shooting happening at the Yale Haynes Public Charter School on Kansas Avenue just before noon. Both victims were taken to the hospital. We're working to learn out their current condition. Now police say the suspects were last seen on Lime scooters. In the meantime, another teen and 2 adults also shot overnight near Washington Hospital Center. Happened at the intersection of North Capitol and Michigan Avenue right after midnight. Police now looking for 3 boys also seen on scooters. Anyone with information on either of these shootings are asked to contact police.
A Montgomery County family pleading with the community tonight to help find a hit-and-run driver who killed a longtime federal worker in Silver Spring. 61-year-old Hannah Wagayo was in a crosswalk at Colesville Road and Crestmore Drive back on Friday, June 19th, around 1 in the afternoon. Her family says she was walking home from Trader Joe's at the time of the crash.
My mom was struck. She was run over, and then the driver fled, leaving her there in the road. It was a gruesome, senseless thing to do to another human being, and I would not wish it on anyone.
Police say this is an image of the dark-colored Lexus SUV involved in that fatal hit and run. An actress who starred in recent blockbusters like Godzilla vs. Kong was killed in a crash near Iamsville. 18-year-old Kaylee Hoddle was a passenger in a Honda Accord with 2 other people. Police say the car was likely speeding when it went off the side of a road and into the ditch. Hoddle died at the hospital. The driver suffered non-life-threatening injuries.
Well, a school bus carrying students from the Maryland School for the Blind slamming into a Baltimore County building. It happened around 2 p.m. today along Harford Road in Parkville. Fire officials say 1 child and 2 adults were hospitalized with minor injuries after that crash. 8 others were evaluated on the scene. It's still unclear what caused the bus to crash.
A man in Northern Virginia is under arrest tonight accused of stealing from a church.
Police say the burglary itself happened months ago. Fox 5's Josh Rosenthal is in Leesburg with more on how investigators tracked down the suspect.
This is Seventh-day Adventist Church, and according to police, the suspect broke in through a window. Police announced the arrest of Senjus Shamlake earlier today. They tell us Shamlake broke in March 19th here on the 700 block of Dry Mill Road. We're told things were damaged, that Shamlake stole an undisclosed number of items. Right now, police won't say what they were, citing the ongoing case. But ultimately, it was security footage that helped crack this open. We're told investigators and church members recognize the suspect. The reason it took so long for him to be locked up here in Leesburg is that officials say Shamlake was actually arrested on unrelated charges in Howard County and had to be extradited back. Michelle Bowman with the Leesburg Police Department told us that they have not had any other cases that were similar to this recently. Here she is with more on this alleged crime having happened at a church.
Anytime anybody is a victim of a crime, and burglary is it's a very personal crime, and especially at a faith-based congregation, church, synagogue, we take it very seriously.
The suspect is being held without bond. We did reach out to the church for comment, but didn't immediately hear back. Guys?
Well, an active duty soldier hit by a stray bullet near the White House back in May, now suing the Secret Service. Benjamin Del Real, his father and sister were taking a photo by the White House on May 23rd when a gunman opened fire and the Secret Service shot back. Del Real suffered serious injuries leading to extensive surgery.
What I am familiar with is the recovery process, and that's been difficult in the sense that, I've had part of my digestive system removed, and the implications of that are still uncertain at this time.
I, my father, and Benjamin all feared for our lives, and the moment that I saw Ben bleeding was undoubtedly the scariest moment of my life.
Well, Del Real's lawyer says there was inadequate protection for himself and other bystanders. He's now seeking $25 million.
Montgomery County Council overwhelmingly passing new gun control legislation today, regulating so-called ghost guns and restricting firearms in public places like parks and places of worship. The county previously had a law restricting firearms within 100 feet of public gathering spots, but it was struck down by the Maryland Supreme Court in April. The new bill aims to put the county in line with state law.
I support any effort to limit where guns are and to make sure that they're responsibly owned and safe. So I do think if we're sued, I think this bill is narrowly tailored and aligned with what the Supreme Court said we needed to do.
And speaking of being sued, gun rights group Maryland Shall Issue says it will challenge the bill, saying it unfairly targets law-abiding gun owners. The bill, though, doesn't take effect until County Executive Mark Elrich signs it. And staying in Maryland, leaders are setting the tone ahead of a special session next month in Annapolis. They say the only topic will be congressional redistricting. Leaders of the House of Delegates and the state Senate sent a letter to lawmakers this week saying only the congressional amendment would be debated. It'll reshape how Maryland draws its congressional districts, but would not take effect for this year's midterms.